And now, your 2020 Colorado Rockies.
Rockies lost last night to the Milwaukee Brewers, but in the bottom of the ninth, Nolan Arenado and Ryan McMahon both hit home runs to make it a one-run ball game. The final score was 5-4 Brewers. Chichi Gonzalez gets the start for the Rockies today. 21 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, 8 walks. Giving up 18 hits, has a .386 ERA. This is his 5th game of the season. And a bit of a different looking lineup today for the Brewers. They have quite a few guys getting days off. Eric Sogard will lead things off. He's playing third base today. Played second yesterday, batting .305 on the year. First pitch is taken high. Rockies right now are second place in the National League West. Dodgers are ahead of them by about a half game or so. It's tough to tell because the Dodgers have played a couple more games than the Rockies. That's swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Coming in on this one is Dahl. He will get there to make the catch for out number 1. So here's that lineup for the Brewers. In left field, batting second is Ben Gamel. Batting third, the center fielder Lorenzo Cain. Batting cleanup, the second baseman Keston Hiura. Batting fifth and catching, Omar Narvaez. Batting sixth, the first baseman Justin Smoke. Batting seventh in right field is Tyrone Taylor. Batting eighth, the shortstop Orlando Arcia. So an interesting looking lineup for the Brewers today. Here's Ben Gamel. He takes first pitch down and in with a slider. Gamel hitting .222, a .693 OPS, a home run, 3 runs batted in. He's not an everyday player for Milwaukee. You see Yelich getting the day off. Jerko as well. There's a pitch outside. So Jerko and Smoke have made up a platoon situation over at first base this year for the Brewers. Avisail Garcia also getting the day off. There's a swing and a pop-up. Third base side, Nolan Arenado camping under it. He will make the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Lorenzo Cain. He's still in there. .280 average on the year, slugging .430, has a solid OPS up over the 800 mark. First pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken for a strike. Cain sitting on 31.3 career WAR across parts of 10 seasons. Wins above replacement for him. Swung on and chopped foul. Quickly 0-2 on Lorenzo Cain. Won a Gold Glove Award for the first time in his career in 2019. And a lot of people will tell you it should have been much sooner than that. There's a pitch inside, 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Chichi Gonzalez, looking to put together a solid start today. He was roughed up a little bit in his last outing after a few really good starts to begin the season. Tony Wolters back behind the plate today, flashing the signs. Chichi shakes off once, now gets the sign he likes into his motion. Wind up in the 1-2. Is swung on in line towards left field. That is going to be caught by the shortstop, Trevor Story. And that'll retire the side. Going to the bottom of the first, Dahl, Blackman, Story lead things off for the Rockies in a scoreless ball game. Freddie Peralta makes the start for the Brewers today. Solid start to his year, 28 innings, 42 strikeouts, and 14 walks. Walks are a little bit high, but that strikeout number almost makes up for it. 3-0 on the year. This is his 6th start as a .321 ERA, 22 hits allowed, and a .129 whip. Freddie Peralta made his Major League debut against the Rockies. And now will make the second start of this series against the Rockies here at Coors Field. First pitch to David Dahl is taken just a bit outside of the curveball. Brewers are 15-11, extending their lead in the NL Central yesterday. As we mentioned, that different defensive lineup. Ben Gamel's out in the outfield today. .1-0 pitch to Dahl is swung on and missed. Peralta signing an extension with the Brewers this offseason. They really liked what they saw from him in 2019. Here's a 1-1 pitch. High, and it's a hitter's count now on David Dahl, hitting .245 on the year. Bit of a unique motion for Freddie Peralta. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. We mentioned yesterday how Max Scherzer and Ryan Castellani of the Rockies had those over-their-head deliveries, but it's unique for Peralta. There's a ground ball into the shift. That's going to beat the shift into center field for a base hit, leading off this half of the first inning for David Dahl. Solid single for David Dahl, who's on a fairly hot stretch right now, and a couple of guys who are really hot right now are Charlie Blackmon and Trevor Story. Good to see them going ever since they moved and switched spots in the order. Blackmon batting second, Story third. They've really been hitting the ball well. First pitch to Blackmon here is just a bit inside. Nope, called a strike on the inside corner. A very subtle call from the home plate umpire. 267, 2 home runs, 8 driven in, and a 768 OPS to start the year for Blackmon. Peralta pitching from the stretch now, and that's way inside. That'll hit Blackmon, just a breaking ball. No intent there, but that'll put the first 2 on for the Rockies with Trevor Story coming to the plate. Story hitting .232 to start the year. See that ball stuck to Narvaez's chest protector for a little bit there. Story hitting 3 home runs on the year, 12 runs batted in, 4 stolen bases. Starting to look a little more like the guy who won the Silver Slugger Award for shortstops in 2019. First pitch from Peralta to Story is swung on and skied towards right field into foul territory. That is out number 1, and the runners will have to hold. Starting lineup for the Rockies, it's David Dahl in center, Charlie Blackmon in right, Trevor Story at short, Nolan Arenado at third base as per usual, Daniel Murphy at first, Ryan McMahon at second, Ian Desmond in left field. 1 through 7 is the same as yesterday. It's just number 8 batter, catcher Tony Wolters, getting back in there after Elias Diaz caught for Kyle Freeland yesterday. First pitch to Nolan Arenado is taken low. Arenado hit a home run in the bottom of the 9th inning yesterday off Josh Hader. One of 2 home runs to make it a 1-run ball game, but the Rockies would lose 5-4. Ryan McMahon hit the other bomb. He had 2 home runs yesterday. Nolan fouls one out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Arenado up to 25 runs batted in with that home run last night, so he's now tied with Hunter Pence for the lead in the National League in terms of RBI. 1-1 pitch from Peralta is swung on and chopped foul. Arenado hitting .344 on the season. Peralta looks over at second base and delivers a swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That is out number 2. First strikeout of the day for Freddie Peralta. And that'll leave it up to Daniel Murphy. Murphy batting .303 on the year. He's looked good as of late. First pitch from Peralta is taken outside of the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled out of play. Murphy, one of 2 Rockies, along with Nolan Arenado, to start every game of this season so far. Everyone else has gotten at least a day off. That swung on and chopped weakly back to the mound. Peralta picks it up, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. Rockies get a couple leadoff base runners, but cannot bring them home. We are scoreless after an inning of play at Coors Field. Ben Kuchner-Kavich, Purple Row, along with you for this broadcast. I want to let you know we are not affiliated with Major League Baseball, MLB The Show 20, or the Colorado Rockies. Keston Hiura getting the start today. First start of this series, hitting .230 on the year. Batting cleanup and playing second base today. Sogard started at second yesterday. The pitch outside. He's starting at third today, and Brock Holt is getting a day off. Hiura came in as part of a defensive switch towards the latter innings of yesterday's ball game. This is his first start of the series, though. 1-0 pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken high. And that's in there. 2-1 the count on Keston Hira. Brewers are looking for him to take a leap forward this year. 2-1 pitch is swung on and pulled foul. Chichi Gonzalez into his motion. The 2-2 pitch is going to miss outside. Full count. Omar Narvaez waiting on deck. The catcher getting his first start of the series. Narvaez, former White Sox, and with the Mariners last year, had a really good year for them in what turned out to be a really good tandem of catchers for the Seattle Mariners. Former Rocky Tom Murphy and Omar Narvaez. There's a line drive base hit into right field. That's the first hit of the day for the Brewers. Leading things off here in the second inning, Keston Hira gets the base hit. Narvaez, maybe not quite the production that the Brewers got from Yasmani Grandal last year, who's now at the White Sox, but Narvaez is doing well for himself. He's platooning with Manny Pena behind the plate. First pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Narvaez hitting .287 to start the season, a home run, 12 runs batted in, a .767 OPS. He and Tom Murphy made for one of the best catching combinations and most valuable catching position in all of baseball with the Mariners last year. There's a pitch down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. And part of that was Tom Murphy. Rockies may have been kicking themselves a little bit for letting Murphy go, as were the Giants, who claimed him off waivers. But then he was quickly claimed again by the Mariners, so Giants may have wished they had held on to him as well. 1-2 pitch coming from Chichi Gonzalez is going to miss inside. And a check swing, he went too far. Omar Narvaez strikes out. That'll bring up Justin Smoke, getting his first start of the series. 10 for his last 30 at the plate. That's a batting average of .333 over his last 9 games. .301 overall, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in for Justin Smoke in his first year with the Mariners. With the Brewers, I should say. Former Mariner, former Blue Jay, really had some breakout year with the Blue Jays a couple years ago. Also a former Texas Ranger. Smoke came up as one of the top prospects in baseball with the Rangers. 1-0 pitch is going to miss outside. Smoke off to a solid start this year, trying to make up for some of the lost infield production are the Brewers, as that pitch is in there for a strike. Mike Moustakas and Eric Thames, a couple of the departures into free agency, as well as Yasmani Grandal, the catcher, or options being declined, not necessarily free agent departures. It's going to miss outside. 3 balls and a strike with Tyrone Taylor waiting on deck, hitting .120 to start the year. There's a strike on the outside corner, and the count goes full. From the set position, Chichi Gonzalez is 3-2. Is strike 3 called? He got him on the outside corner. That's out number 2. And that'll bring up Tyrone Taylor.
The right fielder, number 15. Tyrone.
Taylor made his major league debut last year with the Brewers. Really bends the knees in a crouch at the plate. Pitch misses inside. Taylor, only a .374 OPS to start the year, has not been getting everyday playing time, is in here today. There's a few guys get days off. Christian Yelich, Brock Holt, chief among them, Avisail Garcia as well. 1-0 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air towards right. On the run is Blackman. He is going back, and he will get there. He'll make the catch. That'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the second. Rockies trying to get on the board first. McMahon, Desmond, and Wolters due up. Ryan McMahon leads things off in the bottom of the second inning. 880 OPS on the year. He's got 8 home runs, 2 of which came in yesterday's ball game. 239 batting average, 17 runs batted in. Nolan Arenado keeping pace with him, though. He hit a home run last night to maintain a 1 home run lead over McMahon. First pitch misses inside. Both of those homers off of lefties yesterday for Ryan McMahon. One of them was Josh Hader. McMahon showing why he has those reverse splits over his career. 1-0 pitch coming from Peralta is swung on and skied in the air towards left field. Gamble camping under it. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Let's look at that Brewers defense. Left to right in the outfield, we have Ben Gamble, Lorenzo Cain, and Tyrone Taylor. Again, Avisail Garcia and Christian Yelich both getting days off. Infield corners, Eric Sogard and Justin Smoke. Up the middle, your double play combination, Orlando Arcia and Keston Hira. And the catcher, as the one half of the battery, will be Omar Narvaez and Freddie Peralta, the starting pitcher today. First pitch to Ian Desmond is taken inside of the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Desmond hitting .220, a home run, 591 OPS. He's driven in 9 runs. 1-0 pitch is going to miss in the dirt. Desmond, 11-year career now. Was drafted by the Expos in 2004. Longtime national shortstop. And went to the Rangers in 2016 as their center fielder. Signed with the Rockies. A 5-year deal to be their first baseman initially. Then as the center fielder to start 2019, now in left field. Pitch inside, 3 balls and a strike. Tony Wolters waiting on deck. Peralta gets the sign he likes. Up over his head into his motion. The 3-1 is swung on and missed. Full count now on Desmond. That's swung on and grounded towards first base. Smoke will take it himself, and that's out number 2. And that'll leave it up to Tony Wolters here in the bottom of the second. Wolters hitting .238 on the year, 5 runs batted in, yet to hit a homer. Was really off to a hot start to the season, then landed on the injured list with a right lat strain, and has struggled with the bat ever since returning. There's a pitch inside. Wolters, former member of the Cleveland Indians, claimed off waivers in spring training in 2016, made the Rockies, and he's been pretty much their primary catcher ever since. 1-0 pitch is going to be a strike. 4-seam fastball at 93 miles per hour. Wolters has a couple base runners he's thrown out on the year. Don't dash on the stash. 1-1 pitch is going to miss way inside. Hitters count now on Wolters. Blackman was hit in the first inning. That pitch came a little too close for comfort. We mentioned Peralta has struggled with his command this year, at least in terms of walking too many batters. There's a strike. He struck out a ton. And the results, bottom line results, indicate the walks have not hurt him. But that's the one flaw we could mention for him. There's a ground ball to short on the backhand. Making the play is Arcia, and that'll retire the side. We're through 2 innings of play. Brewers and Rockies are scoreless. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitters due up for Milwaukee. Bob Uecker along with you. Just kidding, this is Ben Kuchner-Gavich. Bob Uecker, excellent broadcaster for the Milwaukee Brewers. 140 average on the year for Orlando Arcia. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Arcia went 0 for 3 in yesterday's ball game. It's going to miss just a bit off the plate. 2-0 the count. 140 average on the year for Arcia. We remember him from the final game of the National League Division Series in 2018, in which the Brewers swept the Rockies out of here for a home run he hit. Line drive base hit into left field. It's a leadoff single for Arcia, so the second inning the Brewers have got the leadoff man on. Chichi Gonzalez will try to strand him as he did just an inning ago. Freddie Peralta hitting .091 on the year is the pitcher. Sacrifice situation for him. First pitch from Chichi Gonzalez. It's bunted. And right to Murphy. He will throw down to second. Not in time. We've seen some interesting decisions made by Daniel Murphy on bunts, trying to get that lead runner. And this was a poor decision by Murphy. Definitely, he had an out right there at first base. and tried to get that out at second. It was not a wise decision. The lineup will turn over now for Eric Sogard. Flied out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Really nice start to the year for Sogard. 301, 376 on base percentage. Sogard with the Brewers for a couple years, 2017 and 18. Then went over to the Blue Jays and Rays split time last year. Now back to Milwaukee. He was with the A's before that, where he began his career. 0-1 pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is swung on and skied in the air to center field. Going back on this one is Dahl. He's at the track, and it's not going to be able to make the catch, and that's going to hop over the wall for a double. Brewers are going to score a run, and the runner Peralta will have to hold at third on the ground rule double. 1-0 Milwaukee. Dahl was going back on that one. He never seemed to have a good read on it, and it was just over his outstretched glove towards the track and then bounced over the wall. Ben Gamel goes up hacking, swings and misses for strike one. He's 0 for 1 today. Swung on and missed. 2 swings and misses. Quickly 0-2 for Gamel. Struck out in a pinch hit appearance in yesterday's ball game. Couple runners in scoring position with nobody out now for the Brewers. Chichi Gonzalez will try to strand these base runners. Get this game quickly to the bottom of the third. 0-2 pitch to Gamel is swung on and shot foul. Just gets a piece. And the 0-2 is low and away. Chichi comes set. Looks over his shoulder. 1-2 pitch is going to miss low. Two-two delivery is swung on and skied in the air towards shallow left field. Coming in is Desmond. It's going to drop for a hit. Peralta will score. 2 runs are going to score. And it's 3-0 Brewers now, still nobody out. It'll be a 2-run double for Ben Gamel, his second double of the season. Peralta and Sogard scoring ahead of him. It's 3-0 Milwaukee now. Lorenzo Cain will be the batter. First pitch is taken for a strike. Brewers look like a good team this year, I must say. 0-1 pitch is going to miss outside. 9 for his last 32 at the plate is Cain. That's a .281 average over the span of 9 games. Cain has been able. 1-1 pitch is going to miss inside. Hitters count now on Lorenzo Cain as Chichi Gonzalez is running into some trouble here in the third inning. Two-on delivery is outside. 3 balls and a strike. Keston Hira got the first hit of the game for either side, is waiting on deck. And a swing and a ground ball towards first base. Murphy will take it himself. It's going to be out number 1. Gamel will advance to third base. That'll bring up Keston Hira. And that base hit in the first inning for Hira, trying to work his batting average and on-base percentage back up. OBP is at 330 now. First pitch from Chichi Gonzalez is taken just a bit inside. 4 home runs for Hira on the year, ranked second on the Brewers. The lead belongs to Christian Yelich, who homered in yesterday's ball game, getting the day off today. 1-0. Is swung on and grounded into left field, a base hit. It's 4-0 Brewers now. Gamel will score. The RBI single for Keston Hira, his second hit of the ball game. Brewers have a really good offense. Cubs have scored a whopping 151 runs, and the Brewers 129. Pirates at 122. So the NL Central is well represented in terms of high-powered offenses to start this year. Omar Narvaez, the catcher, will bat. First pitch is taken for a strike. 4-0 Brewers now here in the third inning. Rockies offense will have to work out of this hole. And that's swung on and grounded weakly to second base. McMahon goes to short for one. Story's return throw is in time, a double play. And that will retire the side. Brewers push across 4 runs. We go to the bottom of the third. Rockies trying to get on the board. They have the 9-1-2 hitters due up. Chichi Gonzalez leads things off here in the bottom of the third inning, looking for his first hit on the year as the Rockies starting pitcher. Freddie Peralta's first pitch is swung on and missed, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Swinging a foul out of play quickly, 0-2 on Chichi Gonzalez, former Texas Ranger. Second year with the Rockies after signing a minor league deal. Remained on the 40-man roster ever since his call-up. It's going to miss low with a changeup. 1-2 the count on Chichi Gonzalez. 4-run third inning for the Brewers. That's our score right now, 4-0 Milwaukee. 1-2 from Peralta is going to miss high with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And a swing and a foul out of play will do it again. Swung on and fouled out of play. Chichi Gonzalez chases one up above the zone. Makes contact, though, which is more than we can say for many pitchers. Here's a 2-2 coming from Peralta now, and it's swung on and missed to get him on strikes. That's out number 1. Second strikeout of the day for Freddie Peralta, and the lineup will turn over now for the Rockies. Impressive. Got the pitcher swinging. Might as well look at that one more time, huh? David Dahl, the batter now. He got a base hit his first time up. First pitch misses outside of the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 252 average for Dahl now on the year. His average slowly climbing up. Still looking to get into some more home run power. Hit a home run on the last homestand. That's going to miss low. 2-0 now. Dahl is 12 for his last 41 at the plate. That's a 293 average over his last 10 games. So certainly a much better stretch than that first, really half of the campaign for him. 2-0 pitch is going to miss outside. 3-0 with Charlie Blackmon waiting on deck on a hot stretch. Really worked his batting average back up as well. 267 for Blackmon. Here comes a 3-0 to Dahl. And that's going to be in there for a called strike. When we mentioned Freddie Peralta, maybe his Achilles heel this year has been the walks. Everything else has been really solid. Rockies have work to do. Down by 4 runs here in the bottom of the third. His motion windup and the 3-1 is swung on and chopped weakly towards first base. Flipping his smoke to Peralta, and that's out number 2. Shirley Blackmon will be the last hope for the Rockies in the bottom of the third. Blackmon hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. And he takes first pitch, 96-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. That 267 average ranks third on the Rockies. Nolan Arenado, Daniel Murphy a bit better. There's a swing and a ground ball towards the shift. Third baseman is right there. Sogard makes the play. Side retired. We're through 3 innings, 4-0 Milwaukee.
Leading off from Milwaukee, the first baseman, number 12,
Justin Smoke leads off the 4th inning for the Brewers. He struck out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Batting average has dropped below 300 for the time being. First pitch misses low. 33 years old now is Smoke. 1 for 3 with a base hit. The last time he played was not yesterday. Started his career with the Rangers, 2010 played for them just a little bit. Hit .209 through his first 70 games. And did not produce what they thought they were getting from the then top prospect. Was quickly traded to the Mariners, where he was a little bit better in that first year, but really did not produce the numbers that the Mariners thought he could. Did have a 20 home run season in 2013 and a good on base percentage as he grounds one to the shift. Shortstop Story makes the play for out number 1. But then Mariners decided to move on, signed with the Blue Jays in 2015. And Smoke said he didn't care about the money, he just wanted someone who would give him a chance. And in 2015, he had 18 home runs, slugged .470 in 122 games. That was really the best offensive numbers of his career. The 2013 season was close, best from a power standpoint for sure. Really turned things on in his third year with the Blue Jays, as there's a base hit into center field. In 2017, Smoke hit .270 with a .355 on base percentage and .529 slugging percentage, made the All-Star team. Chichi Gonzalez, we look at his numbers on the day: 3 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He's at 55 pitches now. 4 runs across the board, all in that third inning. Orlando Arcia will be the batter. Smoke really produced solid numbers in 2018 and 2019, if not spectacular, with the batting average. And a stolen base here puts a runner in scoring position for the Brewers. Tyrone Taylor. Arcia swings and lines one towards right field. Coming in is Blackman. He'll get there to make the catch, and the runner will have to hold Taylor at second base after he stole that bag. There are 2 outs now for the pitcher, Freddie Peralta. Trying to make quick work of him is Chichi Gonzalez. He grounded out, is how they are scoring it, but reached on a fielder's choice. So he laid down a bunt in that third inning. Daniel Murphy elected to go down to second base to try to get the lead runner. Arcia could not. Jeff Hoffman, the long reliever for the Rockies, is up in the bullpen. Chichi Gonzalez now has reached 58 pitches here in the fourth with 2 outs. 0-1 to Peralta is swung on and missed quickly. 0-2 on him. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. That will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-0 Brewers. Rockies offense. They have Trevor Story, Nolan Arenado, and Daniel Murphy due up, trying to get the bats going. Trevor Story leads off the bottom of the fourth inning. 4-0 Brewers. Story flied out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Rockies' offense was also very slow to start yesterday, and by the time they got the bats going, it was too little too late. So they would be well served to get things going here. First pitch missed low to Story. 1-0 from Peralta is high. Now it's 2-0. We mentioned that Achilles' heel on the year has been the walks for Peralta. Haven't seen those hurt him in this game. Comes a 2-0 pitch now, and that's swung on and missed. Story swung at what may have been ball 3. It's a 2-1 count on him now. Peralta gets the sign he likes into his motion. Wind up and the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike 2. Two-two delivery is swung on and skied in the air towards center field. Going back on this one is Kane. That's going to be over his head. Story on his way to second base, and he will hold there with a leadoff double in the bottom of the fourth. Good start to the fourth inning for the Rockies. 6th double of the year for Trevor Story. And that'll be a runner in scoring position for Nolan Arenado. Kane getting into his 30s now, but he's still one of the better defenders, center fielders in the game. Arenado swings, lines one into right field, a base hit. Story is going to be waved around. Nope, he will be held up at third after taking a big turn. And a very wise decision, I might say. Runners on the corners, nobody out now for Daniel Murphy as Arenado keeps the line moving. First pitch to Murphy is taken for a strike. Murphy 0 for 1 in this game, grounded out his first time up, hit a double in yesterday's ball game as part of his 1 for 4 day at the plate. Next pitch will be the 50th of the day for Freddie Peralta, his first real trouble of the day. First pitch to Murphy is going to miss down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
It's going to miss outside, and a hitter's count now for Daniel Murphy with runners on the corners and nobody out. Peralta, prolonged period of pitching from the stretch. There's a 2-1 delivery, and it's swung on and missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
For strike 2 on Murphy. Peralta looks over his shoulder, gets ready to deliver a 2-2 to Murphy, and it's swung on and lined towards left field, a long run for Gamble, and he'll just get a better look at where it lands in foul territory. Murphy lives to see another pitch. Here comes a 2-2. That's going to miss low, and the count goes full. Ryan McMahon is waiting on deck. Man, 2 home runs in yesterday's ball game. Both off lefties. Swung on and grounded into right field, a base hit. Story will score. Arenado stays at second base. Rockies are on the board. RBI single for Daniel Murphy, and it's 4-1 Brewers. Now Ryan McMahon represent the potential tying run at the plate. Man 0 for 1 in this ball game. First pitch from Peralta here is taken for a strike. Flied out his first time up, did McMahon. 320 on base percentage, 871 OPS as his slugging percentage is up over the 500 mark. He's been hitting a few home runs. He's been sacrificing a little batting average to do it. 0-1. He's going to miss down and in with a changeup. Man, you can see only hitting 190 with runners in scoring position, but very early on in the year to be looking at those numbers. 1-1 pitch is going to miss outside. Now it's a hitter's count on Ryan McMahon as Peralta laboring a little bit here in the 4th. Two 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Peralta from the set position. It's the sign he likes. Gets ready to deliver a 2-2 to McMahon. And it's swung on and fouled out of play. And here's a 2-2. It's going to miss inside. Full count now with Ian Desmond waiting on deck. That's high, ball 4. He walked him. Bases loaded, nobody out now for Ian Desmond. One swing of the bat could give the Rockies a lead here in the 4th. Nice plate appearance for Ryan McMahon. Corbin Burness has started to throw in the Brewers bullpen. It was smooth sailing through the first 3 innings for Peralta. Already 1 run across for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 4th, and bases still loaded with nobody out. First pitch misses way outside to Ian Desmond. Over 4 day at the plate yesterday for Desmond. Trying to make good on that here. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Here's a 1-1 delivery. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 the count now on Ian Desmond. Thought about swinging there, but elected to watch it go by. He'll hope for a better offering on this 1-2 delivery. Here it comes. That's low. Count evens at 2.
playing 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch count rising here in the fourth inning for Peralta. There's a swing and a foul out of play. Desmond has put together some very long plate appearances this year. 25 pitches now in this inning. 14 have been strikes for Peralta. Here's a 2-2, and it's swung on and missed. He got him on strikes, and that's out number 1. Third strikeout of the day for Freddie Peralta. Really big situation for it. It sets up a double play combination possibility on the base paths now, as Tony Wolters will be the batter. Next pitch will be the 69th of the day for Freddie Peralta. Here it comes to Tony Wolters. It's swung on and grounded foul. Bases loaded, 1 out now for the Rockies. Wolters grounded out his first time up back in the second inning. .283 on base percentage on the year. Slugging percentage just a couple ticks over the 300 mark for Wolters. There's an 0-1. And that's going to miss a low and away. Wolters' solid numbers. Very small sample, though, with runners in scoring position on the year, hitting .400. Here's a 1-1. Swung on and grounded towards first base. Smoke goes to second for 1. Return throw is a double play, and that will retire the side. Rockies push across a run, but then get the bases loaded, nobody out, and can't score anymore. We go to the 5th. 4-1 Milwaukee. Eric Sogard leads off the 5th. 1 for 2 double. RBI run scored as there's starting to be action now in the Rockies bullpen. Chichi Gonzalez starting the 5th inning with 60 pitches. 4-1 Brewers. First pitch is a strike to Sogard. 9th year of his career now, back with the Brewers for a second go-around. Pitch misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
5th inning, so time to take a look at some scores around baseball. 4-2 Cardinals beat the Miami Marlins today. Carlos Martinez now 4-0 on the year, gets the win. 1-2 pitch to Sogard is swung on and chopped towards second base. McMahon up with the ball. Throws to first, and that is out number 1. Cubs beat the Phillies 11-1. We mentioned they were the top scoring team in the NL, were the Cubs, and they've certainly added to that today. 0-3 now getting the loss is Zach Wheeler. Yu Darvish gets the win. And Bryce Harper hit his 6th home run of the year. That was the lone run of the day for the Phillies. Darvish went 8 1/3 innings pitched. Just gave up that 1 home run. Pirates beat the Dodgers. Good news for the Rockies. 8-1 today. Rockies could certainly use a comeback in this game. Fly ball to left field. Camping under it is Desmond. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Walker Buehler got the loss, and the lone run for the Dodgers was a Max Muncy solo home run. His 4th of the year. Gregory Polanco hit his 4th home run of the year for the Pirates. Diamondbacks beat the Reds 5-3. Merrill Kelly getting his 1st win of the year for Arizona. Lorenzo Cain takes a strike. It's 0-1 on him. Christian Walker hit his 3rd home run of the year for the D-backs. Tucker Barnhart hit his 1st home run of the season for Cincinnati. 2-1 Braves lead the Mets in the 5th inning. 1 pitch to Cain is taken inside. Ozzie Albies hit 2 home runs, his 6th and 7th of the year. That was all the offense the Braves needed. Nationals lead the Giants 2-0 there in the 5th inning. One pitch coming from Chichi Gonzalez is swung on and skied in the air to right. This is towards the corner. That's going to be a fair ball. Cain on his way to second base, and he will be in there with a 2-out double.
Now back, second baseman, Keston Hiura.
That'll bring up Keston Hiura. Yankees beat Cleveland today 10-6. Tommy Kahnle, former Rocky, getting his 1st win of the year in relief. Francisco Lindor had a 5-hit ball game, his 7th home run of the year. Miguel Andujar hit his 6th home run of the season for the Yankees. 8-2 Rays beat the Royals today. Ryan Yarbrough gets his 5th win of the year. He's 5-0 now. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right field coming in on this one is Blackman. He will make a shoestring catch, and that'll retire the side. Chichi Gonzalez escapes 2-out double trouble. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 4-1 Brewers. Rockies could use some offense. Rockies manager Bud Black discussing things in the dugout.
Your attention, please.
The Brewers have a new pitcher. It's going to be Corbin Burness. So the end of the day for Freddie Peralta. He labored quite a bit there in the fourth inning. Burness, 18th game of the year, 24 1/3 innings pitched, 37 strikeouts, 8 walks. Some really good numbers out of the Brewers' bullpen arms. Raimel Tapia is going to pinch hit, so that'll be the end of the day for Chichi Gonzalez as well. Peralta only going 4 innings. As Tapia tries to lay down a bunt, he offers at it and misses, strike one. Tapia only hitting 129 on the year, small sample though. He's certainly looking to get the numbers to increase. So Chichi Gonzalez goes 5 innings today, gives up 4 runs. Pitch high and tight, 1 ball, 1 strike. Some more scores around baseball. 6-2 right now. Seattle leads Texas. Tom Murphy, we mentioned him earlier, hit his 3rd home run of the season. Tapia swings and misses for strike 2. Tapia has been the primary pinch hitter this year for the Rockies. Numbers have been a little bit, wanted a little bit more as of late. Pitch inside, count evens at 2. Burness into his motion windup in the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. That's out number 1. Padres beat the Tigers 10-1 today. Chris Paddock now 5-0 on the year gets the win. Spencer Turnbull gets the loss. He's now 1-5. Brian Dozier hit his 2nd home run of the year for San Diego. There's a strike. 0-1 the count on David Dahl, 1 for 2 in the game. He takes the pitch low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this 1-1 delivery is going to miss high. Hitters count now for David Dahl. He and Blackman, the 2 Rockies, not to bat in the 4th inning. There's a swing and a shot pulled foul. Count evens at 2. And a swing and a ground ball fair down the left field line. Dahl beats the shift. He's beat the shift for quite a few doubles that way this year. Over to pick it up is Gamble. And a really strong throw, but Dahl is into second base with a 1-out double. Teams may want to take a look at how they position their defense when David Dahl is at the plate, because he has taken quite a few doubles the other way down that left field line. Charlie Blackman will be the batter now as Rockies try to get some more offense going. Hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. Blackman's got his on-base percentage up into respectable territory now. It's at .349 as Dinger excites the crowd. Where was Dinger in the 4th inning? Rockies sure could have used his energy then when they had the bases loaded, nobody out. Corbin Burness now will pitch from the set position, looks towards second base where Dahl is, delivers to Blackman, and it's low, ball 1. Blackman looking to improve those numbers with runners in scoring position on the season. Another look at second from Burness, delivers, and it's outside, 2-0 now. Swung on and lined just past the glove of Smoke, who was ranged over that way. That's a 2-1 count on Blackman. Burness from the set position takes a look towards second base, delivers, and it's swung on and lifted in the air towards deep right field. Way back, and that ball is gone. 2-run home run for Charlie Blackman. We've got ourselves a 1-run ball game. 3rd home run of the year for Blackman. Dinger getting the Rockies to score a couple more runs with his excitement. 417 feet off the bat for Blackman. As he really leaned into this one, he knew it was gone from the moment he clocked that one with his bat. 105.9 mile per hour exit velocity. It was a few rows deep. Trevor Story will be the batter now, 1 for 2 in this ball game. He takes first pitch fastball for a strike. Story doubled and scored earlier in this one. 4-3 Milwaukee now. Pitch from Burness. He's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Story sitting on 126 career home runs across parts of 4 seasons with these Rockies. Fastest shortstop ever to reach 100 home runs. There's a ground ball to third base. Sogard throws. That's out number 2. And that'll leave it up to Nolan Arenado, homered yesterday. 1 for 2 base hit in the 4th inning, 2 for 6 in the series now. Really switching Blackmon and Story in the order has paid dividends so far for the Rockies offense. Blackmon seems really comfortable on that 2 spot. Story seems just as comfortable, if not more, batting third. Pop up first base side, Smoke camping under it. He will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. 2-run home run for Charlie Blackmon pulls the Rockies to within a run. It's 4-3 Milwaukee after 5 innings of play.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher for the Rockies will be James Pazos, just 5 innings of work today for Chichi Gonzalez. It's been a bit of a struggle, especially as of late for Pazos. His ERA has climbed to 6.57, though he's come into games in which the Rockies have been down. So we'll see how he does, perhaps pitching with not a lead for the Rockies, but a very close ball game. Because when he's come in, it's been kind of blowout situations. 0 for 2 on the day is Omar Narvaez, the catcher. First pitch from Pazos, lefty-on-lefty matchup. That's grounded softly back to the mound. Pazos picks it up, fires to first. Catcher is running, so there's time, and that's out number 1. A 1 pitch, 1 out for Pazos here to start off the 6th inning. Justin Smoke will be the batter. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Wade Davis and Carlos Estevez both up in the Rockies bullpen at this time. Smoke, strikeout and a groundout as part of his day. Really solid start to his year. On base percentage close to the 400 mark for Smoke. Usually just plays against righties for the most part. Though he is a switch hitter, which misses low. There is Davis on the left and Estevez on the right. Both righties warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Pazos looking to make quick work of the Brewers here in the 6th. Got the first out on 1 pitch. There's a strike to Smoke with a slider. That's in there. 1-2 the count now. Pazos doing a good job of pouring in strikes. He struggled with his command. That has been his big problem this year. Pazos gets the sign he likes into his motion, the windup. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and skied towards right center field. Coming in on this one is Blackmon. He'll get there to make the catch for out number 2. And that will leave it up to Tyrone Taylor. Base hit and a stolen base his last time up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 4 for 27 on the season. Not a whole lot of playing time for the rookie Tyrone Taylor. Made his major league debut last year, but still retains rookie eligibility as he was a September call-up. First pitch from Pazos is taken for a strike. There's a 0-1. It's going to miss in the dirt with a slider. Pazos into his motion. The windup. And the 1-1 pitch is in there. Ooh, just missed. Called a ball. Wolters was setting up inside. Might have fooled the home plate umpire on that one. 2-1 pitch coming on the hitter's count now. It's chopped foul at the plate. Rockies could use a quick inning from Pazos to continue their momentum in this ballgame after Blackmon put the Rockies then to run with a 2-run home run. There's a high fly ball towards left field going back on this one is Desmond. He has it in range now in front of the track. Puts it away, and that'll retire the side. 10-pitch, 1-2-3 inning for Pazos. Rockies will try for more with Murphy, McMahon, and Desmond due up in the bottom of the 6th. Daniel Murphy leads off this bottom of the 6th inning. 1 for 2 RBI single last time up. Fourth inning in which the Rockies got the bases loaded, nobody out, could only push across a run though. It was thanks to that RBI single from Murphy. First pitch misses low and away from Corbin Burness out for his second inning of work. Daniel Murphy won the Silver Slugger Award back in 2017 with the Nationals for a really excellent year at second base. Remember, he was battling with DJ LeMahieu for the batting title. Towards the end of the season, LeMahieu was the victor in that battle. Line drive, base hit into left field. Rockies would not mind if Daniel Murphy is the one who takes home the batting title this year. He's hitting comfortably above the 300 mark. You look at team hit leaders on the Rockies. 33 hits for Nolan Arenado. Daniel Murphy is trying to catch up to him. He's got 32. David Dahl at 27. 25 for Blackman, 23 for Story, 21 for McMahon. A lot of those have been home runs, and 18 for Ian Desmond. That's where things stand at this time. Ryan McMahon swings and misses for strike 1. Drew a walk back in that fourth inning. 2 for 4. He's 2 for 4 in the series, I should say. A couple of walks to his ledger as well. A couple home runs in yesterday's ball game, both off left-handed pitching. Here's an 0-1 coming from Corbin Burness, and it's swung on and slashed foul off the screen. Good thing that protective netting is there, as that one was a shot. 8 home runs on the year now for McMahon, 1 behind Nolan Arenado's. Check swing and strike 3 called. That is out number 1. The call might have been on the swing. It was a check swing. But that looked like a pretty good pitch anyway. Ian Desmond could use a hit here. He's 0 for 6 in the series, 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a ground out. Struck out in a pretty big situation in that bases loaded no out situation for the Rockies in the fourth. First pitch from Burness is taken outside of the slider. Desmond sitting on 1,450 career hits across parts of 11 seasons now. Trying to reach 1,500 this year with the Rockies. 1-0 is a check swing, and that's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Burness comes set. It's ready to deliver a 1-1 pitch to Ian Desmond, and it's taken in the dirt. And good block by Omar Narvaez. Hitters count now on Ian Desmond. 4-3 Brewers here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Burness is swung on and pulled foul. Burness gets ready to deliver a 2-2 pitch to Desmond. Here it comes, and it's in the dirt, and swung on and missed by Desmond. On his way to second base was Murphy. Looked like a hit-and-run situation. Luckily, that ball was in the dirt. Desmond strikes out, but Murphy makes it up towards second base as the ball momentarily got away from the catcher Narvaez. So runner in scoring position with 2 outs now for Tony Wolters. He's grounded out twice today, 0 for 2. And there's a swing and a ground ball. Weakly hit towards second base. Hira up with the ball, throws to first, and does have time to get Wolters. That will retire the side. Murphy is stranded. We're through 6 innings, 4-3 Colorado, 4-3 Milwaukee, leading Colorado. Seventh inning, Bud Black out to make a double switch. It's 4-3 Brewers. New pitcher for the Rockies, we will see in just a moment. Sprinting in is Wade Davis. 12 1/3 innings pitched. He had a pretty good outing last time he pitched. And a couple of strikeouts. 9.49 ERA, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, 17th appearance. Chris Owings will take over for Ian Desmond in left field. Orlando Arcia 1 for 2, single and a run scored. Seen quite a few double switches on the year for Bud Black, seeing Chris Owings quite often get the final 3 innings of the game after Ian Desmond plays the first 6, I should say, in left field. Orlando Arcia 1 for 5 in his career against Wade Davis. Very small sample to work with. The one hit that is not accounted for on there is the postseason home run Arcia hit off Wade Davis in the last game of the NLDS to really put a capper on a really good day for the Brewers. Quickly 0-2 on Arcia. Rematch for Davis here. This 0-2 is taken outside. Swing and a miss. Really tied up Arcia there. That's out number 1. Look at the pitch for Wade Davis.
The pitcher, number 39,
Corbin Burness will be the batter. I think we'll actually see a pinch hitter for him, though. He was announced, but we'll see.
Your attention, please.
It is Christian Yelich getting his first at bat of the day, a pinch hit appearance. 381 average, 8 home runs, 22 runs batted in, a 458 on base percentage. Slugger for these Brewers, and a tough matchup for Wade Davis. First pitch misses inside with a cut fastball.
No strike.
Davis gets the sign he likes. 1-0 delivery is going to miss in the dirt.
Ball. 2 balls. No strike.
Windup and the 2-0 is swung on and grounded up the middle. Ranging over was Story, but he wasn't able to handle it cleanly. Yelich was probably going to beat it out anyway. That's an infield single for him. He's on with 1 out now. Eric Sogard will bat as the lineup turns over. A pinch hit single for Christian Yelich. Lefty Jake McGee and righty Carlos Estevez are both up in the Rockies bullpen at this time. Pitch out, and Yelich was not going anywhere. It's ball 1. 1 for 3, RBI double and a run scored in this game for Eric Sogard, slugging .435 on the year. Really nice start to the season for Sogard in his second go-around with Milwaukee. Throw to first, drive back Yelich. Yelich has very good speed over there at first base. Really a 5-tool player in his own right. Another throw over to first to drive back Yelich. 1-run ball game, 4-3 Milwaukee leads the Rockies. 1-0 pitch to Sogard is a strike on the outside corner. Chichi Gonzalez went 5 innings in this one. Pazos pitched the 6th. Davis here in the 7th. The 1-1 to Sogard is swung on and pulled foul. Yelich was on the run. Motion on that delivery. Davis looks over his shoulder towards first base, delivers a 1-2 to Sogard, and it's swung on and pulled towards right. Blackman going over, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Ben Gamble will be the batter, 1 for 3 on the day. Double, 2 runs batted in, and a run scored on the day. 1 for 3. Typically a 4th outfielder for the Brewers, but Christian Yelich got most of the day off and got a pinch hit appearance. He's on first base right now. And Avisail Garcia so far getting the day off as well.
1 strike.
Ed Cedar laying down the signs, third base coach for the Brewers. There's an 0-1. It's going to be low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We're playing 11.
Another throw to first. That one was high, but Murphy was able to corral it. It'll drive Yelich back. One delivery to Gamble is swung on and chopped foul. Davis just a strike away from sending this game towards the 7th inning stretch now. This one, too, is outside. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. As Bud Black, manager for the Rockies, is laying down his own set of signs from the dugout. Lots of technology being used in the ballgame. Want to make sure there's nothing shady going on with Christian Yelich over at first base. There's a pitch outside, full count.
Full count.
Lorenzo Cain is waiting on deck. He doubled earlier in this ballgame. One more time, a 3-2 to Gamble is swung on and skied towards right field. Going back on this one is Blackman. He's got it in range. He will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. We go to the 7th inning stretch. 4-3 Brewers. Corey Shembry will sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" for us.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
New pitcher for the Brewers is Alex Claudio. Bit of a struggle to start his year. 11 in the 3rd inning, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, really giving up a lot of hits to righties. First batter he will face is Chris Owings. Came in as a defensive replacement on the double switch. He's hitting 174 on the year. First pitch is going to be in the dirt. Corey Knebel and David Phelps warming up in the bullpen for the Brewers. Knebel pitched yesterday, pitched really well. We looked at his numbers and thought, hey, what's wrong with Corey Knebel? He looked like the Knebel of old when he pitched against the Rockies yesterday. David Phelps had to come in to get the final couple outs of the ball game. There's a fly ball towards right center field, and on the run and making the catch is Tyrone Taylor for out number 1. Josh Hader had a bit of a struggle in the 9th inning yesterday, and Phelps had to come in to get the last 2 outs of the game. He did so easily. David Dahl will be the batter, 2 for 3, double, single, runs scored on his day. First pitch, lefty on lefty matchup. That one's going to miss outside. Dahl hits lefties well, though. Really, Blackman, Dahl, McMahon, not trouble for them. Facing lefties, strike on the outside corner. Neil Murphy, solid against lefties as well. Actually had reverse splits last year, did Murphy. It has not been the case throughout his career, though. One coming to Dahl is going to miss low. He's got a hitter's count working for him now. Claudio's 2-1 pitch is swung on and chopped foul. Two is swung on and chopped weakly back to the mound. Claudio throws to first for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackman.
Charlie Blackman, the batter, 1 for 2, 2-run home run back in the 5th inning. According to Baseball Reference, Alex Claudio's nickname is Chomo. Blackman takes first pitch just a bit inside.
1 ball, no strike.
Claudio pitched for the Rangers for the majority of his career. Brewers last year, they re-signed him. Strike on the outside corner. "83 games pitched was most in the National League last year for Claudio. 2-1 the count on Blackman. He's got a hitter's count now. Two-one pitch is going to miss low and away. 3 balls and a strike. Trevor Story waiting on deck, hoping to get an opportunity. Alex Claudio. It's actually pronounced Alex. An accent over the A, so not Alex. Alex. Up to Puerto Rico. Blackman swings and pulls one foul. Full count. From San Juan, Claudio, 28 years old, went to Isabel Flores High School in Juncos, Puerto Rico. 3-2 pitch coming to Blackman is swung on and chopped weakly back to the mound. Claudio throws to first, and that'll retire the side. He's sprinting off the mound right into the dugout after that play. We're through 7. 4-3 Milwaukee.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Jairo Diaz will pitch for the Rockies here in the 8th.
Number 37, Jairo.
13th game of the year for Diaz. He's been a very solid setup man. Rockies need to get some offense going. They've got a couple more innings to do it. Rockies pitchers need to keep the Brewers off the board for a couple more as well. 1 for 3 with a double on the day for Lorenzo Cain. There's a swing and a miss. 98-mile-an-hour fastball by him. Take a look at some more scores around baseball here in the 8th inning. It's a swing and a line drive towards right center field. That ball is going to get down. Cut off by Blackman. That'll be a leadoff single for Lorenzo Cain. 6-2 Mariners beat the Rangers. That's now a final. Keston Hero will be the batter. 2 for 3, a couple base hits, also a run batted in to his credit today. He's got a leadoff man on here in the 8th. That's Lorenzo Cain. First pitch slider misses low. 41,356 in attendance here on a Saturday at Coors Field. Lots of fans want to see baseball today. 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike on the inside corner. 97-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball. It's going to miss low. Hitter's count now on Hira. Diaz from the stretch. Looks over his shoulder. Gets ready to deliver a 2-1 pitch. And that's going to miss low. 3 balls and a strike with Omar Narvaez waiting on deck. Throw to first to drive back Cain. Cain not as fleet of foot as he was earlier in his career. Could still steal a base for you here and there, though. So he's relatively around David Dahl's speed. Pitch outside and a couple runners on to start this 8th inning for the Brewers. Rockies certainly need to keep them off the board. Omar Narvaez, the catcher, will be the batter. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded out his last time up. That was in the 6th inning. 277 with a 355 on base percentage this year for Narvaez. A 740 OPS. Rockies have handled him today. He's been a good part of the catching platoon, along with Manny Pena. Plays against lefties for the Brewers. Trying to make up for the loss of Yasmani Grandal, now with the White Sox. First pitch from Diaz is swung on and missed. Narvaez good numbers in a small sample with runners in scoring position on the year, hitting .385. Diaz comes set, takes a look towards second base, and delivers an 0-1. That's swung on and pulled foul. Quickly 0-2 on Narvaez. 0-2 delivery. High with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Diaz really pumping in heat there. It's a two-seam, too. Diaz one of the few who can get that two-seam up in the 97-99 range. He also throws a four-seam, but can bring the heat no matter how many fingers he puts on. Here's a 2-2 delivery now, and that's just a bit outside. Full count. Justin Smoke is waiting on deck. Diaz struggling a little bit, laboring here in the 8th inning. 12 pitches so far, still nobody out after Pazos just a really quick 6th. Davis a relatively quick 7th. 3-2 pitch is going to miss inside. The bases are loaded with nobody out now for Justin Smoke.
The first baseman, number 12, Justin Smoke.
Brewers have really put together quite an offense this year. They're trying to make up for some losses, but very patient hitters especially. Dinger is trying to relax the crowd, saying, don't worry, Jairo Diaz has got this. Justin Smoke, the next batter he faces with the bases loaded here. First pitch misses outside of the slider. 545 average with runners in scoring position for Smoke. It's not a big sample, but that's quite impressive. This 1-0 is going to be a strike on the outside corner with the slider. Let's set the situation for you. Kane at third, Hira at second, and Narvaez at first. Justin Smoke the batter. 4-3 Brewers, bases loaded, nobody out. Tyrone Taylor waiting on deck, hoping to be next. There's a pitch low. Hitters count now for Justin Smoke. Stressful pitches here for Diaz in the 8th. Trying to keep this a one-run ball game so the Rockies offense can answer right back. There's a good swing and a miss. Fastball by Smoke. Count evens at 2. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up behind the plate. Under it is the catcher Walters in foul territory to make the catch for out number 1. It's a big first out. And now there's a double play possibility, though. Tyrone Taylor runs very well. 1 for 3 base hit in the 4th inning. 4 for 28 on the season now for Taylor. As Diaz tries to pull off a Houdini act here. First pitch is a check swing, and that's going to be called a ball. From the set position, Diaz gets ready to deliver a 1-0 pitch. And it's in there for a strike. That swung on in line towards right field. That might clear the bases. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. And the runner will be held at third. That is Justin Smoke. Tyrone Taylor, a 2-run double, extends the lead for the Brewers. We'll have a pitching change. It'll be Jake McGee to come in and try to finish things off here in the 8th. 14th game of the year, 12 1/3 innings pitched, 146 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 6 walks. Gave up a solo homer to Jed Jerko yesterday. You see the reverse splits on the year. Lefty's hitting .303 against the lefty. McGee 143 for righties. This is his 14th game. Orlando Arcia will bat. First pitch is swung on and pulled foul. McGee trying to work around a situation where there are 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out now. 0-1 pitch to Arcia as a check swing strike, and it's quickly 0-2 on him. From the set position, McGee gets ready to deliver an 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. That swung on and grounded weakly towards short. The infield was in. Story makes the play, and no one at runs will be able to cross the dish. So a big second out for McGee. It's the pitcher's spot. Due up will have a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter for Milwaukee. Number 24. Avisail.
It's Avisail Garcia. So not a day off for him. Batting .330 on the year, homered in yesterday's ballgame. First pitch from McGee is taken for a strike. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Good velocity from McGee. 97 career home runs for Garcia. One pitch, swung on and pulled foul. This 0-2 is going to miss low with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
One ball, 2 strikes.
McGee comes set, gets ready to deliver a 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and hit towards third base. Right into the glove of Nolan Arenado. Brewers score a couple more runs. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Story, Arenado, and Murphy due up. Rockies could use some offense at 6-3 Milwaukee.
Ladies and gentlemen.
New pitcher for the Brewers is Corey Knebel. 9.53 ERA, though he pitched really well yesterday. He's blown a couple saves. This is his 14th game of the year. 23 strikeouts and 11 walks in 11 1/3 innings. Pitched very good yesterday despite that ERA. So the Rockies will be trying to see the Knebel that seemingly every other team has seen this year. Trevor Story 1 for 3. First pitch is a curveball for a strike. Oh, it would be a poor time for Knebel to figure things out on the year right as he comes in to face the Rockies. 0-1 pitch coming to Story, and that's taken low. Knebel, former Tiger, former Ranger, has really become a back of the bullpen arm in his time with Milwaukee. The 1-1 is a check swing and a pitch outside. Story holds up. It's a hitter's count for him now. Josh Hader, the lefty, and David Phelps, the righty, warming up in the Brewers bullpen. It seems like Phelps is warming up in case Hader runs into trouble in the 9th, which happened yesterday. Not a whole lot of confidence, though, I would say, in your closer. 2-1 pitch coming to Story. That's going to miss high. 3 balls and a strike. Nolan Arenado is waiting on deck. Into his motion, the windup and the 3-1 from Knebel is going to miss high. Leadoff walk to Trevor Story. Mentioned those walks have been an issue this year for Knebel. Didn't see it yesterday. Now a runner will be on base. Trevor Story with good speed for Nolan Arenado. He's 1 for 3 in this ballgame. Base hit in the 4th. Homered in the 9th inning of yesterday's ballgame, his 9th of the year. First pitch to Arenado is swung on and missed.
0-1.
Story good speed on first base. The 0-1 is going to miss low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Playing 11, 1-1.
That's in there for a strike at the knees. 1-2 the count. From the set position now, Knebel look over his shoulder. 1-2 pitch to Arenado is swung on and skied towards right center field. On the run for this one is Taylor. On the run is Kane, and he will make a nice running catch. Story will have to stay put. That's out number 1. That'll bring up Daniel Murphy. Murphy 2 for 3 in this ball game. 2 singles, a run batted in. Padres have won today. There's been a battle for first place between the Rockies, Dodgers, and Padres to start the season. 7-3 Twins beat the Red Sox today. Jake Odorizzi now 4-0 for the Twins this season. And when pitch to Murphy is in the dirt, that's going to get away. Story will advance up to second base. He's in scoring position now. Mitch Moreland homered for the Red Sox. Jorge Polanco hit his 7th of the year for the Twins. Blue Jays beat the Orioles 8-3. Wilmer Font getting the win for Toronto. Richard Blyer, the loss, is now 0-2 for Baltimore. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hit 2 home runs today for the Blue Jays. Astros beat the A's 4-3. That's now a final. Murphy swings and pops it in the air toward shallow center field. Coming in is Kane. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Marcus Semien homered yesterday, homered today as well. 9th home run of the season for him on the losing cause. Zach Greinke went 7 innings, only gave up 1 run. Ryan McMahon will be the batter. 6-2 Mariners beat the Rangers is now a final. Corey Kluber gets the loss. He's 2-2. Hasn't won a game since he won his 100th career game against these Rockies. It was a couple homestands ago. Ryan McMahon 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch from Knebel here is a strike on the outside corner. Rockies are helping to bring that ERA down for Knebel this year. It's up over 9. 0-1 pitch to McMahon is going to miss low and away.
Playing 11. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's inside. It's a hitter's count now on Ryan McMahon. Tries to keep the line moving here in the 8th. 6-3 Brewers. So swing and a miss for strike 2. Able now just a strike away from getting out of trouble here in the 8th. Leadoff walk to Trevor Story. But that was all. Strike 3 called. He got him on strikes. That'll retire the Sider through 8 innings. 6-3 Milwaukee. Another double switch for Bud Black. Carlos Estevez, the new pitcher, 18th game of the year, 16 2/3 innings, 4.86 ERA, 23 strikeouts and 5 walks, 500 average against righties has been his problem.
Carlos Estevez. Now playing second and batting 7th, number 1.
Garrett Hampson will take over at second base. He's batting 7th in the order now. Chris Owings in left field is batting 9th. Eric Sogard leads off against Estevez, takes first pitch, a 98-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. So now the pitcher spot bats 6th in the order. That's where McMahon was. It was a pitch high and tight, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. So bottom of the 9th, Rockies will have Hampson, Walters, and Owings due up. 1-1 pitch coming from Estevez is taken for a strike. This one, too, is going to miss way inside of the slider. Count evens at 2. Swinging a foul out of play. We've heard about how good the Rockies have been in giving back to the community during the COVID-19 pandemic. Bud Black, also a new endeavor for him. Thomas Harding of MLB.com reported Black and his wife gifted $10,000 for popular coloring books. Black really enjoys coloring books himself. He says that crosses all age brackets for him. There's a swing on a high fly ball towards right field shallow. Coming in is Blackman. He'll make the catch to retire Sogard for out number 1. So Black and his wife Nan, a $10,000 donation to River and Pearls, a nonprofit based in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's a My Journey coloring book. Apparently it's very popular. I'm not very in tune with coloring books myself. But that was designed as art therapy for children who have had treatment at area hospitals. Tyler Kinley warming up in the Rockies bullpen. The founder and president of River and Pearls is actually Nan Black's sister, Christina DeMarie. There's apparently overwhelming demand. There's a line drive base hit into right field out the bat of Ben Gamble. One out single for him here in the top of the 9th. Overwhelming demand for those coloring books. They are produced by Citizen Printing at Fort Collins. They've been distributed to 151 hospitals nationwide already, and demand just keeps growing for them. As of Wednesday afternoon, close to 50,000 books, including the contribution from the Blacks, has been donated. The Blacks donation covered Colorado and Wyoming. Lorenzo Cain takes a pitch outside, 2-0. With everything locked down, DeMarie said all the playrooms are closed, the art therapy rooms are closed, there's very tight restrictions on visitors, so it's a very hard time for the kids in area hospitals right now. They're already going through a hard time at to be in the hospital, but then even more restrictions. So there's a line out for out number 2. Cain lines out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
And a lot of kids don't even have an outlet to be able to leave their room or have any interaction, except for one parent in most hospitals being allowed in. Ground ball towards third, backhanded by Arenado, goes to second for the force. That'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It is 6-3 Brewers. Rockies will have Hampson, Walters, and Owings due up. New pitcher will be Josh Hader, trying to close things out. Did not do so yesterday. Gave up a couple home runs to Nolan Arenado and Ryan McMahon. David Phelps had to come in to get the final outs of the game as Hader could not do it. First batter he will face here in the bottom of the 9th is Garrett Hampson, hitting 182. In the last game of that road trip in San Francisco, hit a 2-run inside the park home run. Very small sample of work for him to start the year. First pitch from Hader is swung on and missed.
No ball, 1 strike.
But a story Thomas Harding of MLB.com writes about these coloring books says 15-year-old Morgan Salyer lost her 10-year-old sister Jordan to leukemia. And during this time, many well-wishers gave coloring books to Jordan. However, she was often too weakened from the disease and treatment to complete them. And Morgan took weekly healing art sessions for River and Pearls. Their mission is, what they list, is to cultivate hope, healing, and growth in the hearts and lives of children and youth through the resources they create and retreats they offer. Hampson strikes out for out number 1. And at the age of 17, Morgan melded her therapy with what she learned from her sister's struggle and developed a book that opened to easy-to-complete coloring pages with simple messages on the right and a mostly blank page on the left for children to express their thoughts and emotions. DeMarie said it took her about 6 months to play around with a lot of different ideas. Tony Walters takes a pitch inside. And it was published when they were ready. Morgan right now is studying at Westmont College in Santa Barbara, California, working on projects with the school's vice president. And even before COVID-19, Citizen Printing realized the books were potentially going to children with infection concerns. They print them, cut them, compile them, shrink wrap them, put them in boxes, take them up, and ship them to the hospital because they don't want any hands touching them in normal times. Word got around in hospitals trying to take special precautions now are requesting My Journey, to the point that River and Pearls was quickly overwhelmed, and after DeMarie asked for help from Bud and Nan Black, their response was very immediate. Nan has a background in pediatric nursing and pediatric care. She pitched low and away, full count on Tony Walters with Chris Owings waiting on deck. So Nan's career path took her into infectious diseases with a renowned infectious disease doctor in San Diego. But she was doing a lot of case studies. 3-2 pitch coming to Wolters is swung on and skied towards shallow left field. Actually, this one's fairly deep. Going back on it is Gamble. He'll get there to make the catch, and the Rockies are down to their final out. Chris Owings will be the batter. So that's a nice story. Hopefully it'll give you something to smile about in this time when the Rockies are losing 6-3 here in the bottom of the ninth. Chris Owings, final hope for the Rockies. First pitch from Hader is swung on and skied towards right center field, and camping under it to make the catch is Lorenzo Cain. That'll retire the side, and that's your ball game. Final score today, Milwaukee Brewers beat the Colorado Rockies 6-3. Josh Hader has a much better time of things in the bottom of the ninth today than he did yesterday. Was scoring early, and then too little too late again for the Rockies offense. Brewers were scoring early. So, Rockies will try to avoid the sweep on Sunday. They have not gotten swept in any 3-game series this year. Got a quick 2-game sweep at the hands of the Rangers. Padres won today, so they'll gain some ground on the Rockies. Brewers 6 runs on 11 hits. Rockies 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors for either side. Corbin Burness gets the win now 2-0. Chichi Gonzalez, the loss, he's 1-2. Josh Hader picks up his 5th save of the season. So some of the final scores. Tyrone Taylor will be the player of the game, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a double. Ben Gamble goes 2 for 5 with 2 runs batted in and a double as well. Eric Sogard a double in his day. 2 for 5 with a double for Lorenzo Cain. Lots of doubles for the Brewers today. Corbin Burness goes 2 innings in the win, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks, 2 earned runs. Chichi Gonzalez, 5 innings in the loss, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, 4 runs, no walks for him, and 1 strikeout over a clean inning of work for Josh Hader, picks up the save. Highlights on offense for the Rockies. Charlie Blackmon goes 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch and a 2-run home run. David Dahl 2 for 4 with a double. Trevor Story 1 for 3 with a double, and Daniel Murphy goes 2 for 4 with an RBI as well. Well, this has been Ben Kuchner-Kavich. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow as the Rockies try to avoid the sweep to the Brewers. Final score today, 6-3 Milwaukee.